How long did you see him? Really? How much?
$100.
Get out of here. That's a good
Yours for
idea.
$150.
Oh, yeah.
Tessie's like, yeah.
Trying to
Stay in everything.
Yeah. You got it.
$150. Sounds good. Nicole, I found our new TV for $150.
Nicole, we got a new TV.
I'm gonna tell her right now.
Yeah.
Nicole, we got.
All right.
Jesus.
Welcome back, everybody. 100 Proof Podcast. We got a couple guests down here tonight playing with the new setup, and we got the monitor screen out in front of us. We can see everybody's comments and questions and everything come in. So
We've been live for a minute already.
yeah, with a 30-second countdown and trying to wheel and deal on this TV.
Uh-huh.
I'm surprised Nate hasn't tried to sell you my whiskey collection. That's usually his go-to every
Well, I
time.
was trying to sell me the wild turkey ones last time. Remember?
Oh, the decanters.
Yeah, I was like, oh, look.
You
at
see
that
my
thing.
new wild turkey? The old bar mirror?
Oh, nice.
I didn't know that was new.
Oh, yeah.
Found that out junk sale shopping the other day. So we're at Penny Lanes in Geneva.
Is that where you
Nice.
found that?
Mm-hmm.
Really? I've never even been in that store.
$25.
Is that a good deal?
Yeah, it is.
Really?
I love that, dude. That's an old actual wild turkey whiskey freaking mirror.
No shit.
Promotional mirror.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've never been in there. Nicole's been in there a few times.
Oh yeah. They got a whole freaking big card display in there, Nate.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That one guy's got a whole card booth.
Check out the sports cards.
Yep.
I'll just bring mine there.
Yeah.
They'll be like, yeah, $5. In there. Something for the
Oh,
thousands.
Jesus.
You got it. So anyway, welcome back everybody to the show. Been a while since Caleb's down. Caleb, you have never been on.
Never.
Caleb's first his debut.
That's right.
Popping his
You,
his cherry.
Caleb's debut with his biggest buck
First
so far.
big
Heck
buck.
yeah. Absolutely,
First
dude.
bow buck.
Absolutely.
First bull buck too.
Yeah.
You can't beat that. Yeah.
No.
100%, dude.
Well, let's lead in with that.
Yeah. So it was a fun night. I didn't think I was gonna see anything.
October.
Uh,
well, no.
well, you
when,
knew-
when was it?
What's that? It was last Saturday?
It's like the 4th or 5th, something like that.
Yeah, the 5th.
Yeah.
Yeah. And about 5:50, another buck came out, started walking the other way, and then he came out behind him. And I didn't think I'd get them to come in because they were headed the opposite way, 200 yards down the field. So I said, screw it. Start calling, snorting, little rattle. Got them turned right back in.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Took a few more rattles and snorts
Oh,
along
yeah.
the way because they'd stop and
Were you
mill
grunting too?
around. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just 3 short grunts, snort, wheeze, pause, rattle.
Yeah.
They just start trotting right over.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Is that the first year you've actually called into?
Yes.
That's
It
cool.
was quite the experience.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I've only killed 2, I think. 2 or 3 calling them in. Yeah.
Yeah.
The biggest one was one of them.
Yeah, that's cool.
And of course,
Yeah.
the whole time I'm texting Nate.
He's sending me pictures of him. He goes, I hope they make it here. You got 45 minutes. You know,
Yeah.
150 away, so they'll get there.
They're
Yeah.
watching
Yeah.
it.
They're coming down the field right to you.
Right?
Hope I don't run out of time.
No,
I
absolutely.
feel you though.
Sometimes
yeah.
it does take them that long to move.
So
Oh,
how
no.
how far is the shot when they finally came in and committed? And both of them came, right?
Both of them were coming in. He stepped into my shooting lane first. I didn't have time, such a narrow shooting lane to,
Make a shot.
Small window.
use the rangefinder on him.
Mm.
So I rangefind the ground where he was walking. It was about 31 yards.
Yep.
So I just put the 30-yard pin on him and let it rip.
Absolutely.
And you had lots of pictures bucks daylight on your cell cam?
In September, I did. I did not have any buck picks in October up to that point. So it
They
was,
just kind of rolled through.
yeah, but might have been they were always heading the other way.
Have
Never
you ever got
walking.
that deer on camera then or no?
I do in like mid-September.
Okay.
And they were daylight.
Yeah, they were daylight.
Mhm.
Him and the bachelor group of about 4 other bucks.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing about cell cams and any trail camera, really, dude, that I still tell people is even with as many as I put out, and I put out probably more than a lot of guys, doesn't mean that you're not seeing, a buck that's not there, dude. I mean, it's so easy for him to just slip it on the edge of the
Right
camera.
around, yeah.
Or we were looking at a few pictures, we were shooting the bull and talking some stories before we started, and
Yeah.
I'm going through some of the trail cam pictures. I'm like, hey guys, look at this. I just like zoom like 300% in, and I'm like, in this little itty bitty window in the leaves, there's a rat.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah, how you picked that out? I would have scrolled right past that picture.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Delete it.
Yeah.
Forget
Well,
about
and
it.
Nate's seen me scrolling through stuff. I'll sit there because I got like 1,000 pictures to go through on a card, and I'll just be sitting there just stop. Okay, there's one. Nate's like, what the fuck you doing? And Nate's like, what was that? It's like, that was a doe.
Yeah, I can't
But-
follow him. He's
No.
like, oh, there's that buck. I'm like, how do you know that was that buck? Like,
It's the autism.
it's gotta be the autism.
Jesus.
I gotta sit there and examine it, like look at it.
Right.
Is that him?
Yep.
But
Well, they're using
Yep.
my finger.
And Nate's like, I
Right.
think this is the same buck. I was like, yep. No, that's 2 different bucks. And Nate's like, what the But no, we got so yeah, dude. So the shot, how far was he when you shot him? 30?
About 30.
30?
It's hard to tell without putting the rangefinder on his
Mhm.
body. But,
You were thinking the shot was a little high.
Yep, and it definitely was when we found him the next morning.
Yeah, where you thought you hit him.
Yeah.
Is where you hit him. High
Yeah.
lung.
Yep.
Little
Actually,
blood
the other
trail.
side?
No,
No. just stuck
arrow
in-
was in him when I saw him running away. We never found the arrow, actually.
Yeah.
Not even inside him when we gutted him.
He could,
Bless you.
yeah.
But
No, I've seen that happen. So he didn't ever have an exit. It came back out.
no, there was a small exit wound on the other side when we found him the next morning, but it wasn't like the arrow ripped
Yeah.
through him
Mhm.
Gotcha. It was probably sticking out maybe a little bit.
and just
broke up.
fell off.
Broke off, fell out, whatever.
He went
Mhm.
180 yards roughly,
Yeah.
and
That's a pretty good. That's a pretty good ways, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
terrible blood trail. That was a
Mhm.
pain to follow.
Well,
was
those
it?
high shots.
Yeah.
They're like
Yeah.
bleeding inside, and
Yeah,
all
it
that you're
fell
getting
off.
is the stuff dripping down
Right.
the side.
Or wipe if they're going through like goldenrod or something.
Yeah.
That's where you can get a little
Was it
bit of
real
wipe
pink,
on it.
though? Like foamy or
Uh,
no?
Yeah,
It was
So you
foamy,
knew you had good blood
bright
then?
red.
it was
Yeah.
definitely lung blood.
Yeah, Nate told me, he's like, it's foamy, dude. I'm like, oh, it'll be dead tomorrow.
Yeah.
Definitely be dead tomorrow night.
And it was
I
funny.
think you made the right call not jumping him that night and
Right.
going in after him.
It was funny because the next morning we went to where we found last blood, and Nate looks over and he's like, "Oh, there's your buck."
Oh, he might have been dead that night. No
10
shit.
yards.
Oh,
10
Yeah.
yards from where we ended.
Where we ended, the trail kind of went a little right, and then one went a little left. Caleb's like, "Well, I'll take the left one." I said, "All right." So I started going on the right one, and there was this green roses or whatever, just a little wall I had to kind of step on and get over. And I get through it, and I look to my right. I'm like, "Oh, Caleb, there's your buck." So we were pretty much standing right next to him the night
Oh, yeah.
before.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's dead.
Yes.
yeah. Most likely, dude.
Yeah.
I don't think he. And he was stiff as a board, you said.
He was stiff, but he was warm inside still.
Was he?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't like today, dude. I mean, today,
Uh-huh.
if we didn't have this rain, I'd be freaking
Oh, yeah.
chomping to go out
I
there.
know.
Right.
I'm
With
trying
this-
to go out this afternoon.
I'm still thinking about it.
I think I'm going to.
Yeah.
I think the rain's going to let up a little bit towards the
If
evening.
it does.
I'm hoping.
Go shoot that freaking doe. Teach her a lesson. And when you hear stuff in the woods, you don't run immediately. You stay there and let it shoot you. Dang deer.
Oh.
If you send Ben video, he can play it live.
Oh, there you go. I don't do that before.
Send it to me on Facebook. Yep.
Yeah.
But
But,
anyways, before we get off track.
But Caleb, but yeah, well, you work on
Yeah,
spending it, and then
Yeah.
and yeah. So yeah, I remember you texting me.
Yep.
I was like, hell yeah, I wasn't seeing shit where I was sitting.
Right.
So I got down probably, I don't know, 10 minutes sooner than what I normally would have, just to
Yeah.
get over there
Right.
and met up with you. And it's kind of a nice setup because you can drive back to all those
Oh, I
fields.
know.
So you could drive right to where you shot them. So we get to drive right there.
Yeah.
We just
Oh, and it took us forever to find first blood.
wasn't too bad. It was like 5 minutes. First,
So that's a long 5 minutes. So you're like, I know
Oh,
I
yeah.
hit him. I know.
No blood in the field where I shot him.
Yeah.
yeah.
Just stumbled on a drop on a leaf
Sometimes you
by
find like hair.
accident.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, hair.
Yeah.
What color?
Yeah.
What kind of where?
Shit, it's white.
Yeah, and you ended up finding first blood.
Yeah.
and
Completely by accident.
We were kind of doing like little circles in the area
Yeah.
where he was when he got hit, just trying
And
to pick up
based
on
off of
something.
what direction I saw him go.
Yep.
And Caleb ended up finding it, and we probably tracked him for an hour and a half that night
Yeah.
before we decided to back
It was
out.
about 9 o'clock when we pulled out.
Tell him to send it to me on Facebook. He still texts it to me.
Oh, you said see you on Facebook? How do I do that?
I can get it from here, Jesse. Don't worry. I got it on my phone now.
I don't even know how to
That's
do
all.
I don't know how to do that.
That's
But,
okay. I
we're
got
in
it.
Messenger.
I got it.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
I'll do
You
it.
go on-
I'll
go
do
on
it.
Messenger.
I got it.
Oh, boy.
We're trying to learn them
And
up.
then just pull up the video. Click on Ben and pull up the video. But yeah,
Okay.
No,
So
that's
yeah,
awesome, dude.
man.
Thanks.
So you got them dropped off, taxidermist and everything like
Yep.
that.
Yeah,
Sweet.
I actually got like 65 pounds of meat out of them, too.
Well, that's the thing, dude. But
He's a big
boat,
Yeah.
well, good sized buck for sure. I saw the pictures, and the boat kills, you really don't get any waste.
No.
No.
You know, especially if you double, get them through the
Right.
ribs.
Yep.
You're
No,
not
all
wreck.
the
You're not.
shoulders.
You're not like
It's not like you're pulverizing a shoulder or
So-
something.
I'm gonna take my second, pour one out for Crafty. So Crafty died last night, and I got to go see him, and they sixed him through the back of the ribs and got the back of the shoulders, and that's
Back
trauma
and
difference, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm sure. Yeah.
Trauma difference of an arrow versus a freaking .6.
Yeah.
It's big difference. So.
And this time of year too, they taste like good. Like
Yeah.
Oh, dude, the capes on the bucks have been gorgeous.
Yeah.
This early
Yeah.
season, all the bucks have been getting killed early.
That's what both of
That's
Jesse's
I felt
and
what Nate
Caleb's.
said.
I felt bad about cutting mine up when I'm like, should I freaking skull them on?
You get them later in the year,
Yeah.
and they get
Well, you could have took them to the taxidermist,
They
dude.
get
They'll pay you for the cape.
Oh, yeah, all
I know.
the scars
Fucked up.
and lines.
and a lot of
It's
times
beautiful.
they get loaded with ticks, and they'll
Uh-huh.
sit there and try to rub those ticks
Got
off,
them bear
Yeah.
marks.
and they'll get all them freaking bald spots.
Yep.
Yeah, that was the other nice thing. I don't think we found any ticks on them.
He did.
I did. I got
We
one.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
on you.
Yeah,
Yep, he went to the next warm-blooded thing. Apparently, that was Nate.
that
Yeah.
was me.
Oh,
He
Jesus.
liked it.
Yeah.
Found him the next day.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
But no,
Yeah,
so
and then another. I guess even talking about gonna give Dylan a shout out.
Dylan Wilkes,
Oh yeah.
we got to have him out, dude.
God.
This story
That
is
dude.
killer. The story is awesome. I got to have Dylan and Ryan come
Yeah.
down and
Yeah,
hop
have them
on.
do it, but give him a shout out. That is
Yeah.
an impressive animal.
Congratulations.
Yeah, no, Dylan killed a hell of a buck, dude. And the story, I'm not gonna spoil any of it for you, but it's a good freaking story, dude.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
and a
yeah,
deer,
Ryan,
dude.
He did his job. He's
Well,
set him right up. It was,
God, I want to tell the story, but it's not my story to tell. So,
wait for that. We'll just
But
give him
yeah,
a shout out.
but
Congrats,
again,
Dylan.
I guess we'll preface it with this: don't always look for the obvious spot, and I'll just leave it at that. And the rest of the story, you guys will have to tune in to an episode, see if I can get Dylan and Ryan on this week, or maybe a week coming up or something, and get them on to tell the story. Maybe get a couple of the youth kids down to tell some stories and stuff too.
There you go.
You know,
Yeah, that'd be cool.
for sure. But yeah, heck of a buck, and I probably could I probably could find a picture of it somewhere.
Yeah, that's a sweet deer, dude.
Oh, the character, dude. The
This
deer
one
was
time-
huge. The deer, and I've seen a lot of deer. I've scaled a lot of deer. This deer was pushing 250 dressed. I am not
Really?
shitting you.
They did.
The
They
thing
look
is
like
huge.
His deer, like even his neck, like
Oh, the
how it
deer
just,
is
went
huge.
down to his body. It was like a cone. It wasn't like just like, you know what I mean?
The deer is
Yeah,
huge.
it's like massive. It was like a cow.
It was
Yeah.
Like fucking.
it was an impressive animal.
Deer is huge, man. Don't mind the screen flashing.
Yeah, I've seen some. I've only ever like had a buck like that in front of me one time where
Yeah.
the body of it, like it was massive.
And had the podcast hoodie. I said, "Hey, nice hoodie, man." He gave me knuckles.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the picture Ryan sends me is he's got the deer in his hands in the field and he's like,
Representing.
I was like, man. He's like,
Oh,
well, we
yeah.
were in the ground blind. I had to wear black. I
I'm
was
telling
like,
Right?
yeah.
Those
Yeah.
contraband hoodies.
Contraband
The
hoodies.
contraband hoodies are the.
Boy.
Who was it?
Ooh.
It was Andy Hall. was
That's
wearing-
actually a 100 proof one.
Oh, is it?
That's one Hannah made up.
Oh,
Mhm.
Nice.
well,
Yeah.
Andy Hall was wearing his
Yeah,
hoodie
the
when
old-
he shot his buck
The
last
old
year.
whiskey whitetails
Yeah,
whiskey,
he was
whatever the
wearing
hell it is.
contraband.
Jesus.
Yep, the contraband hoodies. Cease and desist.
But
Can't say that no more.
But Caleb, we're gonna
Yeah.
wrap up your story here. Congratulations,
Yeah,
man.
thanks,
Hell
man.
yeah, man, that is a nice buck.
I'm excited to see
Thanks.
him on your wall.
I'm excited too.
So how are you gonna do them?
Uh,
Decide on a form yet or not quite?
yeah, angling slightly to the right. So as you enter the doorway to the living room, he's going to be looking
Yeah.
right at
If
you.
you're gonna be like semi sneak or straight up or full
Kind
sneak.
of like that one right on in the middle of Ben's deer
Yeah.
there.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a
Yeah.
semi sneak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll look nice.
Yeah, semi sneak.
Yeah.
So that's a
Right.
semi upright. Like the one on the right's a semi like a
Yeah.
sneak, and then like the full sneak is like the one on the left.
That one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's kind of the tall sneak
He's
or
being
whatever
real
they call him.
sneaky.
Yeah.
Right.
He was being real sneaky.
He was being real sneaky.
That looks
day.
like that doe looking at us last night.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Who the fuck are you,
Snap.
dude?
But anyway, but
They
yeah.
knew, They knew we were there 250 yards away in the field when we first stepped out. And I said, I'm like, deer's like,
Oh, I can't.
looking
I
at the
gotta,
direction. Like, what are you looking at?
I gotta freaking move this camera. I
Alright.
can't see. You guys gotta keep me on top of this shit. I can't see the comments.
Hmm?
Mark Rasmussen. Somebody's gotta read that.
Good afternoon, guys. I'm heading to our food plot later. Maybe a nice doe will want to play today.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, good luck, Mark.
Good
There
luck.
you go. Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
They should be. They'll be all nice and cold and wet. They're gonna need to go get.
Bow
Yeah.
hunt.
Fill the furnace, man.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Congrats
going on
the
with Bo?
deer youth hunt. Nice.
Yep. No, I mean, dude, I've seen some studs. There was
Congratulations, youth hunt. Congratulations
Dylan.
on your youth hunt? Question mark. So
yeah.
Dylan
Dylan was
the
you.
deer that we just
Yeah.
put up there was youth hunt. These two were
I like to
Bow.
think I'm
Yeah.
pretty young.
Yeah. But and then Crafty was killed by a youth hunter too. Yeah. He got 150 yards, double lunged him, textbook. Deer went 50 yards, piled right up.
Nice.
Didn't leave the field. So
Oh, yeah.
and then yep.
Were you able to pull that video up?
Yep, I can work on that.
So me and Jesse
Sorry.
went out and decided to do a buddy ground hunt. So we were sitting together at our little homemade blind out there with all the brush, and had a nice green field in front of us. We kind of figured they'd funnel down into it, which they did. Honestly, only way that whole setup could have worked out better is if we just got a shot off.
Our wind, I'm telling you,
The wind
was
swirling.
great at first though. We had what was it, like northeast wind or whatever. It was blowing, or no,
It was northwest.
but it was blowing perfect. And then all of a sudden, when I'd seen them deer, like right before I seen them deer, I could like feel back my neck, like it just kept like it was like swirling down in that little hole right there. I'm like, but it wasn't like wind, you know what I mean? It was just like a little bit.
What's that pullback?
And I
kind of
feel
like that vacuum effect.
Yeah. And I feel like once our scent got into that field, it was like lower. You know what I mean? It's like freaking. I don't know if I
That's that little
down
thermal
in there,
pull,
dude. But they followed that low spot. And I think when they wanted to come our way, regardless, they were like, "We want to go that way." I think there's something over there. Well, we gave them the last bit of clue they needed. Literally, like a leaf got touched.
There it is.
So
yeah, it was.
Here we go. I'll put it up on the
This is our
screen.
first attempt
from the ground.
Yeah.
A goldenrod to get my pins lined up, and I was just settling on her when I leaned back.
Yep.
Kind of brushed up against a little brush.
It was like no noise.
It was.
It wasn't like
It's
not like we crunched a leaf.
If she
Not
stood there
even.
for 5 more seconds, I'd have released the arrow.
If you were not releasing in 5 seconds, I would have going to release immediately.
So you both drew.
We both drew. So
Gotcha.
He drew first because I was like, there they come. Like, oh shoot,
Well, there's
They're-
6 of
They're
them.
right there. I couldn't see the 6. I only see there's 2 or 3, and then, but as soon as like I could see there's a bunch of deer, I'm like, oh man, they just need to make it another 10 yards, and we're both gonna be able to double. Like we're gonna be able to shoot 2 deer at once,
Yep.
or try to.
Oh, so there's a couple does coming.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of deer.
Oh,
There's like
gotcha.
6.
There's 5, 6 does.
Once they all ran away, we
Gotcha.
seen all the tails. I'm like, oh my god.
Gotcha.
But who knows? Some deer might have came out from behind us too, because we couldn't see over there all that tall grass. So they might have heard us setting up, and maybe that's what got them spooked
Right.
too. I
Yep.
don't know.
So we got Bo's other comment.
He says, "What do you guys think about the youth hunt next year in Michigan?
We were just talking about that.
Switching only to harvesting doe.
I
Youth
like that.
hunters can
Yeah.
no longer harvest a buck."
Well, I do and don't like it.
Right.
I feel
Yeah, that's a good topic. We were bringing it up. I'm indifferent about it. Indifferent about it. I think in the long run, I think it might actually ruin hunting for a lot of the youth by going out there and shooting that buck of a lifetime.
When they're 13.
When they're 13 or 14, whatever the age is.
You can shoot them at 12. Doe's
Yeah.
12.
Yeah,
Yeah.
12, whatever it is.
I mean, dude,
I
we couldn't
could-
start hunting until we
right.
were 16.
I know.
That's right.
And then they lowered it to 15 or
14.
yeah, because right as I was 16, they lowered it to 14. I was like, "Are you kidding me? I could
Right.
like what the?"
Yeah.
So I think that might have an impact, I guess, long term in their hunting. But I can also see it like getting
could
the
grab
kids hooked, because I don't know, that's tough. That's tough to sit there and do and say something about the youth. 'Cause
This works for this.
you
This
wanna
works
get-
for that.
You
Yeah.
want to get the youth. You want to get the youth involved. You want to get them out there. I know when my son turns 12, I would like him to go out there and shoot a nice buck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but see,
Right.
my thing is though with that though, like you said though about the big buck thing, is for my kid at least. When he's 12, the first deer that steps in that field is gonna get it regardless. You know what I mean? I don't care because that's how I was taught. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
I'm hunting for meat. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And I don't feel like you should be trophy hunting at an early age yet because it's not all about that. You know what I mean?
Gotta
You
have a
wanna
little
get-
No, I
struggle.
100%
Yeah.
agree, and it's all also situational.
And if
you
a
know.
big buck walks out first,
Mhm.
I mean, you ain't not gonna shoot it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's
No,
that's
I-
kind of it's a fine line. but-
100%, and both Dylan and the kid that shot or whatever, they were looking for a decent little buck, and that's
Right.
just happened to be
the mouth.
the right
Yeah.
buck stepped out, for them or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I tell the story too. Same thing with me. I passed $6-7 before I decided to trigger my first one.
Uh-huh.
But that was just because I was living up to, shooting a deer of that size or better. I let a lot of porkies and 6s go, in that first go round. But it doesn't have to be for everybody, dude. Hannah said that the other night. She's like, you'd be mad if Nora shot a little deer. I said, no. I said, I don't give a shit what it is. I said, I don't give a shit what my dad shoots or me. If I want to get tripped up on a deer, I'll go freaking kill him. I don't care.
Uh-huh.
I don't care what he scores or how old he is right off.
Pushing it to doe only if it was already a buck.
Well, the problem with that is, dude, is that the kid could have got a chance to get hooked and kill a big buck or even just a 4-point. If that's what hooked him and you can't shoot him because he's got a antler on his head, that's where I don't agree with it. And I almost
I feel like, I don't know if I like that.
I almost think
depending
with the youth too, letting them shoot 2 deer, because not just could they shoot their buck, but I think a lot of youth are just shooting a buck and not shooting a doe that comes out because they can only shoot 1 deer during that youth season too. So in some of these areas, like kind of where we're at, where we need to kind of keep our doe numbers in check,
Right.
you bring a kid out, he's like, well, I'm not going to shoot that doe. I only get 1 deer, right now.
Yeah.
So I think that I'm almost kind of on the opposite side of it too, where, I think they should be able to almost take a buck and a doe during that youth season. Obviously, you can't punch 2 buck tags during it or something, but but punching a doe tag or a buck tag, or even if it's shoot a doe before you shoot a buck. But again, we're in a different area than a lot of the other rest of the state where we have the doe numbers that could sustain that. For every youth's out there pounding a doe on an earn a buck, if you got to shoot a doe before you shoot a buck, there's some areas the state can't handle that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's all site specific, dude.
Yeah, I don't know what Michigan's laws are really, or if it's kind of like in New York, maybe.
Yeah, I've never been there.
If there was one thing I would actually like to see change about it, is actually moving youth season to the early doe season time of year, and let the youth shoot a buck then instead of going out with guns in the middle of bow season.
Right.
Moving right into that early doe season,
make the early
in
doe
September.
Season, make the early doe season for adult hunters, and then involve the youth in it, and a youth could shoot
during the early doe.
The early doe, and they can. Also
I could groove on that. I could groove on that.
That way, you're
dude.
not getting the rifles and the shotguns and everybody kind of.
Oh yeah, I was oranged up last night, dude. Oh, yeah. I had vest and hat on and everything.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Probably should have been too. We were over tucked into a damn.
Yeah, I know.
No, dude. I've always Columbus Day weekend. If I go out, it's orange hat, orange vest.
About that.
Yep.
That probably would have been a good idea because we're hunting on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
But we knew where we were, and there shouldn't have been anyone out there with us.
Shouldn't have.
Should have been.
Shouldn't have been.
I know.
But that's a
Bow Hunt says when you guys switch over to that screen, must be when we play videos or something, you lose sound.
We're still figuring out the bugs, man. But thank you. Thank you for letting us know.
Bo says totally disagree with Nate. Then Griffin Arbogast says
that's the guy killed Crafty.
Yeah. Thanks for the sheds, Ben.
R.I.P. Crafty. Keep pouring one out for him.
Griffin.
Yep. Made a hell of a shot on him, dude.
Yeah. What'd you say, 150 yards?
About 150 is what they figured, yeah. Good shot.
Good shot.
Yeah. Smacked him. Whoa. Talk about an essay. All right. I got it. I got it right here on my screen. Is the youth hunt really helping to retain hunters in the long term? I wonder if it might be giving kids a false impression of hunting is always easy. Then when they reach an older age and experience the challenges of regular season, they might lose interest and quit because they didn't learn the effort involved. Yeah, that's exactly what we said.
That's what I just said. Then he said he disagreed with me.
He might have disagreed.
More articulate about it.
He might have agreed with. He might have disagreed with something else. He might have.
On the same page with that one.
But yeah, no, we all said it, dude. We went through screw ups and mess ups, and that's what I think set the hooks in deeper. You know,
right?
We're all different, dude, with our upbringings. Like I was brought up with a person that hunted. Nate had his uncle that hunted.
Yep.
But his dad really hunted. Caleb's dad hunted. Your dad hunts. Yep. It's all different ways we were exposed to it.
Right.
But yeah, you don't really hear about or see as much of the hunter that was introduced by a friend or, you know, something like that. You don't see as many of those hunters or
No.
whatnot. So, and again, it wasn't, well, fair to say, the past 15 years of deer hunting has been the best deer hunting we've had in the last 50 years.
Yeah.
You know, with the herd and the quality of animals we got out there now, dude. Like it's not like it was, dude, when we first started, you know.
It is crazy.
There was a lot more.
I'm just like
almost
envious of the youth now.
A ton more.
We never got
that's
this
how I was
opportunity.
brought up. I was
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
brush
we had to
buddy.
wait till we were 16.
Pushing
I
deer for
busted
my
ass
uncles and
trying
dad
to
and
get my first
grandfather.
deer with my bow, dude. You know what I mean? I can't hunt with a gun.
Me
I
and
can
all
only
my
hunt, you can't hunt with a
cousins.
gun until you're old. Like you can hunt
16.
with a bow first.
Bo, I think Bo was 14 back. I don't know. It's all changed.
Yeah.
But I think Bo was 14.
Maybe it was the year I could hunt with a bow, I could hunt with a gun. But regardless, like I had to, you know what I mean? You had to wait.
But you could sit in a tree stand with your bow, but you couldn't shoot a deer from a tree stand with your gun.
Yeah, or
That's
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, and you can also hunt by yourself with a bow, but you can't hunt alone with a gun.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I know.
I don't. Some of the rules I
Yeah.
don't understand with them, or like the youth can't hunt from an elevated platform, and even if it's a tower blind, like I'm like, dude, like maybe the kid should be sitting on his butt on the ground, like a chair might be an elevated position.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on.
Yeah, it does get a
But
little
no,
ridiculous.
we definitely all of us. What you just said in your comment is what we were all talking about right before the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what we were thinking,
Yeah.
like how we had to go through a grind.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, these kids, they
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
they're not going through that grind, and in that grind, you learn a lot of, you know,
Like the first
the
6
words,
Yes.
the
Just
time.
Get the
pushing
hooks
deer.
in. Yep.
I mean,
They'll
yeah,
figure
And
it out.
there's some that do. There's some that do appreciate it and get it and
Right.
you know and stuff like that. But you know, again, and it's
and
early season deer are way different than
Oh yeah.
you know.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe that deer we saw last night, they got all spooked because some youth hunters messed with them in the morning. You know what I mean? Who knows?
Could
Heard
be.
gunshots or something. Who knows? I don't
Could
know.
be.
But
not sure.
It's really hard to tell.
Uh-huh.
You know.
But
I do like the whole like not having them in bow season would be nice. Not having
Yeah, I
them
kind of
keep the rules the way it is, but move it to the September early season.
If
Then.
you get a Buckley Velvet would be cool.
That or the week
that'd be
after.
cool.
yeah,
that.
have some
Early
kids whack a
season.
couple velvet bucks or whatever.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, that'd be
I'm all 100% for kids
Yeah,
getting
now
out
they're
there,
all
dude.
fast groups.
Yeah, yeah. Till they're going out there and they're really high grading it. They're like,
Yeah.
year and a half. Oh, there's a 4-year-old.
Yeah,
Okay, bang.
never mind.
See,
Sitting out in the bean field.
Dan never had youth season when I was
Yep.
little. Had to be
Yeah.
16
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
to bow hunt.
And to be a man, you couldn't have sights on your bow, damn it. And you couldn't use one of them dang releases
Well,
either.
I think for a
Right.
period for some of the states, dude, you couldn't use compound bows when they first came out. It's the
Yeah.
same thing that we're seeing with crossbows now and
Yeah.
stuff. Is some of the same stuff that was going on with
Well, and
compounds.
that's the thing. Back when we were 16, you couldn't use a rifle either.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, there was no rifle.
Yep.
It was all.
Yep.
If you were shooting something other than pumpkins,
Yeah.
and you were shooting Sabbath slugs, you were freaking in it.
Yeah.
Bo says, I can't read it. Help me out, guys. I got a board in front of me.
I got a crazy topic for you guys to think about.
Oh, boy.
Anybody need a beer?
Yeah, grab another.
Got Coors, Miller.
Throw me on Kolsch.
Grab me a
You want
Coors.
Kolsch?
Sure. I'd see that
Coors.
thing.
Coors.
Yeah, Ruby Red.
Yeah.
What do you want, Nate?
Right?
I'm all set.
All set?
Oh, Genesee.
Yep. All right. So what's
Damn.
Bo's crazy topic?
Beautiful.
What's
Come on,
Bo's
Bo.
crazy topic? Let's hear it.
Lay it on us. I can't read well, so keep this short.
Got the panel of misfits up here, going with it. But anyway, Jesse, let's hear your story. Well, Bo's it might be an essay that he's
Yeah.
typing out. So
Yeah, let's talk about Jesse.
let's talk about
Yeah.
Jesse's buck a little bit.
All right.
What do we got, Jesse?
This is the governor right here. I actually had him on camera for a while. Well, not a while. Not last year or anything like that. Maybe I did, but I don't know. They all look the same to me. I can't determine.
I still think it's that buck I call the possum over at the farm, the one that beds down with that possum. He looked just like him, dude.
Yeah. They do walk a lot. But yeah, no, he I had him on camera. It was the day before, so it was September 29th or 30th,
Mhm.
and the day right before open day, he was on my camera in daylight in one of my spots. I'm like, no way! I'm like, I was so pumped to go, dude. I was ready. So
Hell yeah.
all day at work, I was like freaking
Nice.
freaking out. You know what I mean? And then we get to the stand. It was actually a perfect wind for the stand, and well, actually no, the stand I wanted to sit in was a horrible wind. It was blowing right into the woods, and I couldn't sit there. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, I don't know where he is. He's probably in there. You know what I mean? I'm like, if that's where he's going. I'm like, I don't think he went anywhere else.
Right.
So I went to the back stand, which is awesome. It's right next to the soybean field, and there's a fresh scrape right there too. And I figured, well, maybe he'll freaking come out here, or one of these bucks. I don't know. I'm not really too picky, you know what I mean? But I know there are some nice deer out there, and I'm like, I wanted to get him or this other one I have on camera was like the main ones, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I figured that scrape on the ground is tore up. It ain't no little 4-point doing it. And I see the sides of the hoof like scratch mark.
Good
Dude,
buck track, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know if it was him or not. He never even checked that scrape, so. But
Didn't make it that far.
No, he wasn't even worried about that. He skirted around me because I got there and I seen some does out in the soybean field a ways away, and I'm like kind of paying attention to them. And a little freaking squirrel here kept like moving around and kept like looking at me and shit. I'm like watching him, just like I'm like looking this way, and it was like the last hour, you know what I mean, like of light, and so I'm sitting there, and I was actually standing up and I had my bow ready, and I was just like sitting there like this, like looking around. I happened to look to my side. I don't know if I heard him walk or step on a stair. I had to have heard something. I just looked like this, dude. And I see the silhouette of a deer. Like it just kept coming to my vision. I turned like, oh my god! And he was already in my shooting lane. And I had some like little buckthorn branches right in front of him. I didn't trim it out this year. I didn't even mess with that shooting lane because I don't know. I didn't expect anything to come right there.
Right.
So, but it was still clear. And he was at like the maximum amount where he could have walked. Where after he was another 2 steps, I would not have gotten a shot. I couldn't get through them.
Yeah.
Anyways, as soon as I seen him, I like started drawing my bow back. As soon as I turned, put it on, and freaking let her go, baby. And I was like trying to shoot him like long, you know, like right behind the shoulder. When I let go, it was a little lower than I wanted. It still looked amazing, but happened so quick, and I lost my arrow as soon as I went through those like branches. Mm-hmm. And then how he ran, usually with a bow, then they run, dude. They like take the fuck off, snapping, breaking, freaking crashing. Yeah. Well, he I don't know if he like jumped or trotted, but he trotted away a couple times.
Yeah.
He thought a bee stung him or something.
Oh yeah, dude. And the tail tucked, and he made a couple hops, and all of a sudden went and just stopped. Everything was quiet. I'm like, oh shit. And he just sat there for I couldn't see him. He was right out of sight, like 30 yards from my stand. I'm like, he was only like 15 yards when I shot him, and I was just listening. I'm like, oh man, come on. I'm like, and then I just heard like 1 or 2 sticks break, like not like anything aggressive at all. I'm like, fuck. Oh, what the fuck? You know what I mean? I'm like, oh no. I'm like, so everything was like weird. I'm like, so I think he just went over and I shot it. I hit him right in his heart, took his heart rate out. You know what I mean? Just didn't even hit a rib, dude. Just boom, fucking passed right through. And so he was just bedded down like beautiful.
So a couple sticks you heard was probably him laying down.
Yeah, he laid down.
Laid right down.
He literally just bedded and died.
His nose was propping his head up.
Yeah, it was like
when we found him, it was almost like he just went.
Seriously.
Fell right asleep.
And then I shot him, and I freaking called Nate or texted him. I'm like, dude, I just shot the governor, dude. I'm like, no fucking way. And he came out and found blood immediately. My arrow, he found it or whatever. So I'm like, he was like over here. I don't know. He's fucking somewhere in here.
Yeah,
got to be dead. I hope. I don't know. I hope this is gonna be a wild goose chase.
Yeah.
And then dark red blood and freaking.
You made up on this one.
Yeah.
Last year's bow buck.
I was like, I center masked him.
Like, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that.
And then, I got his ass and freaking, when I skull mounted him already.
Yep, well, Dahmer's taxidermy action.
Nice.
That's the name of his.
Yeah,
that's what we call it. DOMMER. Because you can't copyright reasons use the other Dahmer. DOMMERs.
Is that
Dahmers. So he did. Jesse did that one for me too.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
That's
a hell of a job.
You could ride the deer if you wanted. You could put a bit in the deer's
mouth. Next one, I'm gonna have him do it.
Oh, there she is. Not bad.
The next one will be bigger, and you want to get that one mounted.
And then
we'll see.
Going up to check my trail camera.
10-point that was on camera over the
I found this thing laying
Freaking
there.
Jesse's got a
I'm getting
freaking
it.
hammer of a freaking shed.
Anything else like up that size?
This is one of my bucks I'm after. Hopefully he shows up in gun season and no one else shoots him.
Well, that's what we were saying. I was like, dude, that kind of looks like Crafty Split, man.
And or hopefully no one shot him yet.
He's got the goddamn possum laying there. He's got Crafty Shed.
Well, this is up in Naples. I shot this one in Naples and this one in Naples on state land as well. They're both from Naples state land. And they're pretty nice. They got nice Naples box up there. Right on the outskirts of Naples town, like right behind the school of Naples, New York. That's where I get all these.
Everyone in Naples can be looking for you.
I love it.
Yeah.
Who is this guy? Shoot on my
No
big,
one's supposed to hunt out there.
shoot on my big wooded bucks, man.
So how far did he go, dude? Like
He,
30 yards, you
yeah,
said?
he ran 30 yards.
Yeah.
From my, the
50
shot.
yards max.
Yeah, not even.
Yeah, well, 40.
He's 50, he was 50 yards from my stand pretty
He
much.
didn't go far.
No.
That-
And then
was-
he laid he ran perfect. I mean, he could have died 10 yards closer to the field was all. Because I wouldn't have had to drag him. But we only had to drag him 10 yards.
Nice.
Put him on the four-wheeler and off we go, baby.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's how it was when I shot Bud that one year. I'm still regretting I never mounted that deer, Nate, by the way. That was when I
Do the
first
same
met
thing about
Nate.
this.
That was
And
when
he-
he first met me, and he said, "Should I mount that deer?" I'm like, "Nah."
The one over here? The one over there?
Do you see the two that are sitting there, Jesse?
Yeah.
The top
okay,
one.
Yep.
The top one.
Nah. Nah.
Nah.
Yeah. That's literally how it went. There was no pause, no nothing. I was like, I don't know, Nate. Like I had it caped out and everything.
You're not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
And I was like, I'm thinking about mounting, and Nate's like, nah.
I was coming off my high of that 154
And then as soon as
inch.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, you know.
and then as soon as I skull mount him and I hand him to Nate, Nate's like, he's pretty nice. Maybe you should have fucking mounted him.
That's how I felt about this thing, dude. If he had like taller tines, he would have been on the wall. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Every time I put him on the wall like that, I'm like, man, probably could have mounted him.
Yeah.
But
Well, it's a funny story to talk about now.
Oh yeah, no. Bud was, and then Bud was the same thing, dude. I shot him, and as soon as I shot, I'm like, oh fuck that. I'm like, that's a little back, but because of his angle, he was kind of quartering away, so I got a really good angle on it. But I punched it right through that diaphragm. Same thing, zipped right through him. He took like bounce, and he stood there for like 5 seconds,
Mhm.
and his tail flickered, and then he just freaking like no kicking, no nothing, dude. Just like tipped over flat, like no
Yeah.
kicking, no nothing, just like this. Boom.
I'm not having a shout out.
Got a little sleepy.
Yep. He's like, oh, something's not right.
Before I shot that buck, I asked my kid, I go, Dad, I go hunting, get a big buck. He goes, yeah, Dad, a big buck. And I'm like, all right, buddy.
Yep.
And pounded it and off I went. And
Nice.
You got it.
then,
No, dude, those are awesome.
he's pumped.
Right.
So that's not your biggest bow bug.
Not my biggest. He's probably
There's-
top 3.
Yeah.
No,
Nice.
is he top 3? He's probably the third biggest.
Hanson's the biggest.
Hanson, and then Pitchfork. Pitchfork's mounted.
Mhm.
Hanson is another one. That one I don't know
You
what
should have
the
got
fuck-
Hanson and that 12-point mount.
Yeah, I should have got probably more over my skull. Yeah, I got a lot of skull mounts that should be mounts, but I don't know. I'm like, I need to eat my steak with you on dinner table with me.
Yeah.
He
You
comes
can
to
eat
dinner.
it with them.
You gotta wait
But-
6 months.
I know. I
Yeah.
gotta wait.
No, I did.
My
A couple
sister-
of them now are turning around quick.
Yeah, my sister still hasn't got her deer back.
No.
No,
Oh.
I won't say from who, but
Yeah, I've heard that too. Make sure you're taking it to, and that's another good thing I want to say is make sure you're taking it to a reputable taxidermist. You know,
Yeah.
and one that's recommended by a good friend or something like that.
Right. And that's
You
what
know,
I
do
got.
your due diligence
Lucky
because there's a
by
lot
you.
of them, dude, that have, like you said, might be years
Uh-huh.
they're waiting
There's
on.
other
Yeah.
people that would have done it, but
Yeah. But
gave him a
Yeah,
sent
'cause-
Mike a text, and Mike said he'd.
You do it.
Well, that's because Mike's got a whole.
Mike's all
Frickin-
backlog.
Oh yeah. This
Well, he took
shop
in too
is
many, dude.
Full.
Yeah,
of-
We put too much out on the 100 proof for him.
Yeah.
he said he needed to take a year off to catch up,
oh,
Oh.
but that's not as heavy as I thought it was. But,
so you're gonna keep pushing it?
but yeah, he was nice. He said he'll do a few for friends and family
Yeah.
or whatever.
Like big return customers kind of deal. But
Yeah.
he's got a ton. He's got over 100 mounts to do this year, but not
Yeah.
deer. Like everything other than
Yeah,
deer.
he's trying to catch up on all the small game stuff, fish.
Ducks probably.
He's still
No, he
got
doesn't do
Connor's
birds.
raccoon,
No.
doesn't he? Did he
I don't
finish
know.
it?
I don't think he got that one back to
think
him.
I don't know. I haven't
I
Does
think
seen
he
him.
got
Connor
the-
have a raccoon in his barn holding the beer can?
I think so.
He hasn't showed me.
Really?
Oh,
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Well, he was going to give it to his dad.
I don't know
Yeah,
because
put it down
Steve's got
And
that
then when
whole
he got
log
it, it all
thing of them.
depends on
Yeah.
him and his dad were getting
But-
along.
Anyway,
Okay.
all right. So Bo's controversial topic. Holy essay.
Congrats.
I knew it was. I knew it was.
Thanks for the help.
Hell yeah.
Oh, here we go.
You found the part of it.
Here we go.
You
Bo's
didn't need much
topic here. There are rumors going around that some wealthy hunters out west are releasing pregnant does from deer farms onto their properties. These does have been bred by massive bucks to improve the genetics of local deer herds. Has anyone else heard this? I'm not seeing it.
No.
That's out west.
Yeah, I heard that mentioned on, I don't know, I think it was a YouTube short or something
Huh.
like that
Yeah.
came up the other day. If it's happening, it's happening. I mean, I guess it's possible. You know, not legal, but it's possible.
Well, that's just gonna help everyone out though, right? Like,
In theory.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
theory.
Yeah, but again, that also ends up, possibly leading to disease
I know.
outbreak and
That's
other
true.
shit like that. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, yeah, all these like genetically freaking. I don't know.
fence fruits.
Messing with God sometimes with that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Here we
Yeah.
go. Right out Jurassic Park, messing with God. All right, what do we got?
Finds a way.
Yep, life finds a way. Bo also said looks nice. Jesse, I think he's complimenting your European
man.
mount work.
I
It's
appreciate
phenomenal,
it.
dude. Absolutely. But there we go.
I
Yeah.
mean, I could see if they were like buying these and they had like a fenced-in farm, like one of
Uh-huh.
those fenced-in preserves,
Yeah.
and bringing these deer in to try and better their population on
Right.
That's
their
side of it.
controlled piece.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I could kind of see
But
it, but
if-
if they're just bringing them out and releasing them into the wild, that's a little.
Well, that's a lot
Yeah.
of like
That's
that's a lot of
sketchy.
error. There could be a lot of error in there too. That deer, you could let it go and get hit by a car right then. Boom, freaking, you get nothing. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're better off just taking a big buck and really, or so I
Yeah.
don't know.
I mean, if you're doing that, I mean, you might as well just buy.
Just buy the hunt at the state you bought it from.
Yeah, if you've got that much money, just go buy a deer and shoot it.
I
Right.
haven't heard. I don't
Well,
know.
that's
I don't
like
know.
I said, dude. I'm not seeing anything like that. You know, I was talking about that with a couple guys the other night when I was over there looking at Griff's buck over there at the meat room or whatever. I'm just like, there's just like this weird line, where I hunt that like north of that they kill some really like. I would love to kill deer like I kill every year, and that's what I'm totally happy with. Once they're 4, 5, 6 years old, I got history with them.
Yep.
I kill them on historical data. Like I love that chess game side of that stuff. So I don't care what he scores, but we don't have
200-inch whitetail.
not even close. We've
I
had
know.
one deer in the 170s in 15 years.
Uh-huh.
Like it doesn't happen,
Certain
and we
areas
get them
still,
to
like you
4.
said.
We get them to 4, 5, 6 years old, dude. I've killed deer, and it's I guess maybe the right one's just getting killed too, and I'm just seeing all the
That
leftovers.
could be.
That's possible, dude. That's
I don't
what
know.
the thing is of it is. I'd rather just chase the deer based on the history and the story with them, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, and I've got a bunch of freaking stories with them, and hopefully, I know we were looking at them on going through it. I'm like, well, now Crafty's gone. Now Jesse and everybody's like, oh, that's a fucking bummer, dude. That's a nice deer and a hell of a deer, dude. But I was like, I think I'm just gonna go after Dono and I'm just gonna mount him because my wife doesn't want me to mount him.
It's all wonky.
He's all freaking squirrely, dude.
That's a cool buck, though.
Oh, I love him. But my Hannah's like, he's not really pretty.
But he's cool.
Who cares?
Conversation piece.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
That's all really
And-
mounts are.
And dude, we got like
Good conversation
between me and the neighbors, we got like 4 or 5
Memory
sheds
shade.
from that buck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
Furniture.
Furniture.
Yeah.
That's
They're
awesome.
furniture.
They're furniture.
they're aesthetic,
Somehow.
aesthetically
Aesthetic.
pleasing.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, and we got like 4 or 5
There's
between
some,
me and the neighbors. We got 4 or 5 sheds off of that buck too.
Really?
Caleb's wife just commented, said, "Get
Yep.
your ass home." No, I can't walk to get Caleb's.
Can't wait to get Caleb's
Oh.
mount back.
That's an I.
Nate can't read.
I can't read.
Gotta lay off those gummies.
It's the antibiotic. The antibiotic.
Lord.
Not so
Yeah.
good.
I can't wait either.
Oh. Well,
Oh,
Nate,
boy.
we can't do this. I forgot.
Oh yeah.
The kill bottle.
Big buck.
Kill bottle.
Oh, boy.
You guys get a drink out
Me
of
and
the kill
Caleb
bottle.
get front and center.
Oh, boy. All right.
I knew I was forgetting something. Oh, what do you want
Yeah,
out of
they are like.
You want out of
Ah.
a fantasy glass?
They are pretty close.
I don't think they're probably the same age, right? You think they're just different?
I think they're both 3-year-olds.
He might be a little older. He's got more mass. Your
Yeah,
buck,
but that doesn't
Jesse.
really.
I don't.
It
doesn't
is
matter.
hard to tell, but
Body
they're-
size? I doubt he's 2.5, unless he is a giant 2.5.
Body
Yeah, 'cause
size,
his-
they're about the same.
yeah. Thank you.
I do have the bottom jaw, but it's
I don't want to fucking skimp on somebody.
fucking.
Oh boy,
Yeah, I like how you did that with the fishing pine.
that's
So
nice.
6 pound fork.
So
Fluorocarbon.
we'll pour you guys out of the kill bottle.
I don't think I did that for yours, Ben. I think you had to put yours together. But I figured out how I'm going to do it now.
Yeah, he's just friction hung up on
I just
there.
did it with fishing
Yeah.
line, tied it together,
Yeah, it worked out good.
and then I
Like the
glued
turkey
these things
beard
together
behind
down
him.
there. What's a
Yeah.
problem?
That's the one that
pretty
Nate.
neat.
That's the one that Nate let me kill when he missed that morning.
Yeah.
We both missed, and I was the only one with a shell left.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers, buddy.
Which one's that?
That's the kill bottle.
You smell it?
Oh.
Ooh,
Smell it.
No. What is it? No, the turkey?
Yeah.
Where is it?
the beard's right behind the
Oh,
mouth.
yeah.
Good damn.
That is
That puts
Some
some
fine
hair in your fucking
gasoline.
pencil.
Fine gasoline, they say.
That's a fine. Ain't got no gas.
That
no
got some gas in it.
in it.
That's got gas in it.
We have gas.
Oh, that is good though.
That will light on fire, I guarantee it.
I like me
possible.
some wild turkey.
You know what we should do? No. You dump it down the brain. You take a
Oh,
thing.
only you.
No.
Did you get it all out of there?
I did. It's clean.
Nice.
Good.
Mine's not clean yet.
No, you,
Caleb, you could almost get breakfast off that stuff.
Yeah.
you put
There's
cereal
still
in
blood stains on
cereal in
it.
it. Put yours over with your bowl of cereal.
I love it. But yeah, no, it's awesome, dude.
Right.
I love the stories. Like I said, we'll have to see if we
Oh,
can
yeah.
get Ryan and Dylan on to tell that story, and
Right.
who knows? Maybe Griff and Eric want to come on and tell their story too with Crafty. That'd be cool.
So one of you guys gonna like shoot one?
I love it.
Yeah.
Just put it right on the spot. Just like, what the fuck, guys?
And this time
That's what I said. I was like,
I thought you guys
Stay
like,
calm,
you guys
well,
just
practice all
breathe.
year and-
well,
Me
you
and
see,
Caleb-
we do this show so everybody else listens to our show
Okay.
and they reap the rewards of the show.
I hear
Me and Nate
you.
are we're just teaching.
teaching.
Yeah.
I think I'm teaching. Me and Caleb are teaching the viewers.
You guys are learning doctors.
I have to say,
Learning
that buck is 15 years in the making.
Yeah.
Right?
15 plus years in the making. Hell
It
yeah.
was fucking
I love that.
That's
bow
awesome.
hunting
I
for
love it.
15 years.
That's a struggle.
That's the
You know
struggle.
what I mean?
That's the grind.
That's the struggle of you didn't get to Utah, or else you would have probably had a bigger buck than that.
Probably. My sister was, 14 or 15 when she got her big buck. And she's not that serious about hunting anymore. And she got that big 10 point.
Mm-hmm.
She still likes to talk about it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All the time. But, yeah. Congratulations to her.
Yep.
Oh.
Dude, this has been a good show. I love these shows.
Oh, yeah.
The stories, dude. And I'm bummed that we couldn't make it work. And thank you,
Storm tonight. In
Yep.
the storm.
riding the
Going,
storm.
in, going into
I'm
the
going
storm
in the storm.
on the
storm.
road to Katahdam.
On
into
the
the
road to
Katahdam.
Katoa.
Boil it, baby.
Whatever that song is.
Sorry, bud.
Headed directly into the storm. Onto the
Caleb
road.
just breathed fire.
That is.
You just drank the whole thing, huh?
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, I gotta get it over with."
Yeah, get it over with now.
I don't know. That might
They
end
don't,
well.
they don't make
not
it like that
well.
anymore.
No.
They don't make it
No.
like that anymore.
Whew.
When that bottle's gone, that's going to be a sad day.
Yeah. That's
Which
why
one
it's
was
the
it?
kill bottle, right?
That's the kill bottle.
The rare breed.
That old, the vintage rare breed one that I bought down in Kentucky. and then
Nice.
had Jimmy Russell sign the bottle.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's 8 years. It's been open for 8 years now.
Shit.
That only gets busted out when somebody kills.
Hell yeah.
Kills a big bok.
That
Yep.
is fucking.
That's right. It's a way to do it, though.
It like burns my eyes when I go to take a sip. I'm like,
Oh.
close my eyes. It's like
Just
a
as
ripe
like
onion.
just as like it's
It's like
gasoline.
a ripe onion.
It's like a ripe onion.
Yeah, maybe Jimmy Russell put some
Oh,
onions in there.
You know when your
I
eyes
can
start
take a
watering,
bite
it's
out of
good.
an onion and not. But, oh, that burns.
Well, you know what else burned, Caleb?
What?
That broadhead going through that deer.
Fuck
Mhm.
yeah. Cheers to that.
Amen, dude.
Learned something.
Cheers it. Now you have to finish it.
Nah,
Nate's like, I gotta go kill in the storm.
I gotta go hunt
That's
the
right.
storm.
Are you?
Yep.
I think
Looks
the rain's
like it's
gonna.
lighting
I think
up.
the rain's gonna let up perfectly, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
And
I
I,
think-
have that east wind. I
I'll pull
really
the
want.
radar up.
Is it? It's southeast still,
Really?
right? Is it east southeast? Is that what it's going to, Nate?
Yeah,
Today?
it's supposed to switch straight east.
Mm-hmm.
Out of the
It's
east
gonna
or
be
into
northeast.
the east.
Northeast is fine. Too,
Northeast.
As long as it's east.
Yeah, it's east northeast right
As
now.
long as it's east.
Look at the radar.
It'd be good for me with them, though.
Oh,
Mhm.
oh yeah, Nate.
Redemption.
Oh. It's gonna be a little drizzly. But right. Yeah.
Right at 7.
Yeah, like right as the shooting light ends.
Yeah.
Is when sunset tonight.
Yeah.
Hunt it.
But I mean, if
the
you're
geese are
looking,
flying,
Yeah, you got
If
till
you're-
6:58.
well, if you're looking at the way this front's kind of progressing, dude, like if you can get out tomorrow afternoon, Tuesday afternoon, Wednesday afternoon, you got kind of like rain in the
It's supposed to-
mornings and then rain
Yeah.
overnight,
If it's a light drizzle, you might as well sit in it.
and it's
It'll
going to be
still out.
consistent because of how consistent the temp stays down below 50
bring it
degrees.
around
Yeah.
here.
I mean, you got some good
Wow, man.
conditions coming up to hunt. with.
rattle some bucks.
Yep. And then
Smash them together.
after Wednesday, it's going to kick back around out of the south. But this is going to be west northwest for the next
That was
3
the
days.
other thing, using the
After
cheap
tonight.
Walmart
Tonight's
rattle
northeast.
bag.
Thanks,
That
Bogart
easy.
Yeah.
IT. Yeah, I think we're gonna wrap it up anyways. We're right at
What do we
the
got?
hour mark.
What do we got?
Good show, guys.
I think that's Steve Bogart. It says
Uh,
Bogart IT.
Might be Zach. I don't know.
I don't know.
Do this.
But he says good show, guys. So thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
If
Thanks
it's
for tuning
Steve,
in.
Steve, and I can't remember the other guy. We got 2 cameras we gave away and nobody got them.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
Still got Jesse's Wild Game.
Ooh, I might be able to win
Boy.
it back.
Jesse's like, we'll give it away.
Let's do another
Oh,
giveaway. We're giving it away. Let's keep giving them away.
Nate's like, we're giving away Ben's whiskey collection tonight to one lucky viewer.
The whole thing.
The whole thing.
Good luck.
Not
Bring
true.
yours,
Bring a trailer.
Bring a trailer. Jesus.
Bring a trailer.
A lot of bubble wrap.
Yeah, it's about where I have some styrofoam
But yeah,
peanuts.
I guess for the next go around the room. I mean, Jesse and Caleb are going to be hunting really, unless they're going for a doe.
I gotta go to bed here around 4 o'clock
Yep.
for
You gotta
work.
You don't
1
get
a.m.
you don't get Indigenous Peoples Day off.
Well, I don't.
Do
I
I
don't.
look
Columbus
indigenous
Day.
to you?
That's
I'm kidding.
no, it's Indigenous
Jesse gets
Peoples
it
Day.
off.
I
Yeah.
don't.
You don't give it off?
I don't think so. I don't know. I probably could if I wanted to. I'm taking off Friday. That's
You
my
think
birthday.
gasoline and
Oh, really?
diesel stops for
Go kill-
holidays?
Kill
No.
one on your birthday?
Hopefully gonna kill one in the morning.
Probably working
I'm
on
gonna
Christmas.
shoot a doe,
Actually, no. That's
And
like the
then
one holiday
I'm gonna
every
get it,
year we get
order
off.
it up, throw it in the cooler, and then hook my boat
Just
up.
thank God we do, because
off
I
the
think
Seneca
Samantha
Lake,
would kill
catch a
me.
little bit of perch. It's gonna be
Punch you,
fucking-
honey.
Mm-hmm.
Good birthday.
It's gonna be a good one.
Yeah. So, if you were hunting, where would you be hunting this next week, Jesse? Like, what kind of sign or area would you be hunting? If, you
Well,
had
I
to pick,
still
if you had
have,
to pick a spot,
I still have beans, so I would be hunting
Cornfields.
probably them beans.
going beans. Okay.
Probably. Well, I mean, they love. Like I'm going for a doe, and
Mhm.
that's all
Oh.
I can see fucking does. But I'd have to do a little stalking on them. I'm gonna have to get a little western with them. But
I'd
we can make it happen.
probably a chopped cornfield.
I don't have any of those I can hunt.
Oh.
Or else I would love to.
Mhm.
I
They
got
only-
one
I just
behind
got-
my house. I don't have permission to hunt, but I put a camera up anyway.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
But every morning and night, like right after light and right before dark, herd of does come by.
No shit.
And I'm like, I should just put the pop-up blind out and not say a thing.
I am a youth.
Just have Emmy in the blind.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
you.
That's what I joked last night at the meat room. I said Nora's going out tomorrow for her first year.
Yo.
But what do you think, Dave? What are you thinking for the next week? You got a lot of rain, cool temps. Where would you be hunting for the next, couple days?
I would almost. I've been seeing a lot of morning movement switch over this past week
Yeah.
on cameras. I
Mhm.
pulled my cards. I look at it. I'm getting a lot
7, 8
of
o'clock,
7,
dude.
8 o'clock movement. I would almost think. I'm probably gonna go. I'm not gonna push it too much, but I'm probably gonna go in some of my better spots,
Mhm.
especially
Yeah.
like tonight when you get a little
Good, consistent wind.
good, consistent. You get the right wind and you get some precipitation or anything like that.
Yeah.
I'm going into my better spots. I'm going into where it's thick.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm liking scrapes right now, dude. Especially with that rain and stuff. They gotta go hit all the
Field
scrapes.
corner,
And it's
Yeah.
not,
Inside corners and field
inside
corners.
field
and
corners.
they're not fucking
Right.
rutted up yet. Well, they're not going to bother with them still. They're
Yeah.
still. It's still early enough where they're still touching them.
Right.
Yeah. No, I think
But
it's
that was something that kind of surprised me, honestly, when I pulled my cards and I went through them.
Mhm.
Majority of my pictures were 7 to 8 o'clock every morning for
Really.
the past week,
Mhm. I noticed a lot of the same, dude.
which I
did.
thought was odd. But then
Yeah.
again, we've had the cooler temperatures. Maybe they're going to bed later or they're feeding it. I
Yeah.
don't know.
It's
My temperatures have changed dramatically.
it feels.
I just don't get
They
them
say
out.
we're above normal, but it feels like we're cooler than last year.
At this point in the year,
Yeah, it feels like we're
Yeah.
cooler than last year, but
Oh,
they say
yeah.
we're still above average, and I'm like,
Mm.
Like
I don't know.
It
today,
was 30.
today and tomorrow aren't supposed to get above 50.
the next 4 days aren't above 50.
Is it? I don't
Yeah.
look that
Yeah.
far out.
Yeah.
I'm
Wow.
hunting. I can hunt today, so I'm gonna look at today.
Yeah,
If I can't hunt, it's best if I just don't look at it.
no.
I'm not gonna let my wife hunt.
Friday morning, it was like in the high 30s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I literally had frost
That
in my
was
truck.
frigid.
Like my windshield had.
Was dusting a bit.
It was.
Uh,
I'm not
Oh,
kidding.
it's smart.
No, the other morning when you were saying,
Yeah.
oh,
Friday
it literally was
morning.
fucking on my windshield. Like I could have used my scraper. to
No
get,
kidding.
Yeah.
It was my when I it was like
Delivering gasoline, I
cold.
thought about sitting in the cab
Yeah.
the whole time.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean
like,
Friday morning we
I
got
looked at
we
my
got
truck
a
and said like 34, 35 on
Yeah.
my truck.
we got a starting temp on Friday morning of 34.
Yeah.
Yeah, there.
It was-
That would probably be my first morning sit if I had Friday off.
Yeah. It would have been worth it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm just worried that I'm gonna go out there
Switching up to west southwest to a
and
south.
try to shoot a dove.
Sunny
and
morning,
fucking
dude. You're gonna have a thermal
donkeys
rise.
coming by.
Cold morning start.
Them deer are going to be
Mm.
moving.
That'd
Well,
be
it's getting
that'd
good.
be a,
What-
de-
what
that'd
are
be a
we at?
decent
Today's the
morning for the
13th?
dump.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just getting dude.
So I mean, one more week and I'm hitting mornings
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
after one
Definitely
more
bring
week.
the horns out too. I mean, I wouldn't smash them together, but I would definitely use them. Like
But
you're
then
using
we're
them,
gonna be-
but
Yeah.
they're fucking
Tackle.
sparring. Just start.
Yeah.
I was saying another week, right around that 20th, I would start
wasn't-
doing some
Yep.
calling, blind calling too.
Oh yeah.
I was not gentle with that
Little light
rattling
grunts.
bag either.
No.
I was making some noise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Caleb was out there, boom, boom.
Yeah.
that's how they kept stopping. Like, oh, fuck.
And then
Yeah,
again,
they're like, who the fuck is messing around on my turf?
That deer just jumped in a wood chipper.
and then once it kicks back up,
Dropped the
dude,
fucking spoons on the ground.
The fuck is that noise?
He's banging it on his tree stand. Bang, 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 bang.
Well-
They're coming.
and then we say right as it gets good, Friday till next Tuesday.
90.
No,
Yeah. It's
Upper-
gonna be like
upper
70.
Soon as
upper
prime
60s.
time hits, it's going to be 80 degrees again.
Yep. You're talking upper
State New
60s
York.
from Friday till at least Tuesday,
Man, I'm gonna be in Tennessee.
and all south winds.
You got your buck.
But if you
You get to go on vacations now.
Yeah.
And
well, but again, if you got
spend
that,
time with the family.
if you got those 60s like that though, you can still get out for an
Still
evening on
go.
a green
I'll
food
be getting
source. I would
calls.
stay away from corn and beans, but I would go like alfalfa, clover, hayfield. I mean, those are all good, you know,
Yeah.
warm green food sources.
Well, you know, I'll bet. Like last time I went to Tennessee, you're gonna shoot a big buck while I'm down there.
It's true. I remember calling you in Tennessee. I was like,
I was like, you son of a.
That was one of the first years I think
I
I
know.
was able to hunt over there.
That was right before COVID too, 2019.
That was that big
Better times.
broken up
6
point.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
The skull
Yeah.
above the fridge in the shed.
Yeah.
He was a nice buck.
Yeah.
He was an old boy.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
He was a big body deer too.
Right?
We doing a show on Wednesday night?
Maybe.
All right, stay tuned. We'll let you guys know on the page if we're gonna do
Gonna
one
try.
on Wednesday night. We're gonna try. We're gonna try really hard and see what happens.
This past Wednesday, you had to go work.
Yep.
And we're putting together 100 proof volume 1 coming at you at the end of deer season.
It might just be a whole bunch of like bumbles
I
and
wanna look-
follies
I
or
wanna-
whatever the old
It's gonna be
NFL.
lots of bloopers.
You look into some video editing software,
Mhm.
and I'll look into some.
You still got that video of you thinking my buck was that bucket by the stand? You should put that in there.
I wasn't far off. The deer was only like 10 feet behind that bucket.
That's true. Actually, it was to the right of the bucket.
We're a little ways away. We're walking up, and there was a old ladder stand in there. And I kind of shine up, and I see some white in the brush, and I was like, all right, Caleb. I said,
Either that's your buck.
I said, let me get my camera out. I said, you get in front of me. I said, I want to video you seeing your deer because I think it's right there. So I see what. So we do video. We walk up on it. Caleb's like, what, that bucket?
And the next morning, literally 10 feet to the right of me, where
here
that
to
bucket was.
From here to that closet wall.
Really?
Caleb's
And
deer
we
from
couldn't
the
find
bucket.
it in the dark.
Oh my god.
It was crazy.
I love it, dude.
Yeah.
The real life moments that nobody sees.
Yo.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a hell of a blooper reel. Jesse breaking his camera mount.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Way to go, Nate.
Yeah.
Or whatever you said. I forget what it was.
Jesse's first take of his post-kill interview.
Nice.
Yo.
Wait, we're on camera?
I'm like, what's happening? I'm like, are we filming? You're like,
Me-
yeah. I'm like,
me releasing an arrow not fully drawn back out of my blind, trying to, and it just you see an arrow go doink.
That's a good one.
We're gonna have a hell of a blooper reel.
That's going to be awesome.
Got to get Ben to do some stupid shit.
I did have a pretty.
I gotta get out to hunt. That would help.
Dude.
I did have a pretty solid.
Oh, we'll just keep doing
Having
flashbacks,
kids.
to you, like all of our bloopers out hunting, and then it's just we'll do a quick flash of you on the couch with the baby.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then we'll go back to us hunting.
Yeah, you got
I
it.
have to say,
Putting a
having
pool
kids,
cover on.
Ben, we're thinking
It's
of you.
harder to get
We're
out.
thinking of you.
feeding his turkeys.
Yep.
This turkey.
Feeding the turkeys. Put the pool
Yeah.
cover on.
Yeah.
Ben, you out today? Nah, I'm feeding the turkeys.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
But all right. Well, Jesse, Caleb, thanks for coming down, guys. Sharing the
Anytime.
stories.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it, dude. And
Hell yeah.
yeah.
Hopefully, and there will be more deer stories.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's gonna be deer killed on camera.
Hopefully
Eventually.
we got another set of
Even if
racks
it's a
out here
freaking
in
doe,
gun
I'm gonna go out
season.
and just bang, 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 bang.
Oh yeah.
We gotta have something on.
Oh, we're
Gotta
gonna
put
kill
meat
on
in the
camera.
freezer.
Almost.
That's goal
dude, last
number
night-
one.
Last night would have been a cool one from the ground, buddy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Should have happened. I don't know how we screwed that up.
Another blooper.
Another blooper.
Yeah,
Rattling bloopers.
we'll get there.
We have rattling bloopers.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
But
Yeah.
anyway, all right, we'll keep you guys posted if we're gonna come back on Wednesday and do a show or not. But yeah, thanks everybody again for tuning in. If you like this, head on over, hit the subscribe button on YouTube or wherever you're enjoying your podcast from. Let us know what you think of it, and we'll be doing these shows like we always do live. We don't pre-record, we don't do none of that. We shoot from the hip.
That's right, baby.
Don't plan it out.
That's right.
Grip it and rip it.
Hey, we might be on a blood trail.
Yep.
We'll just have to do a quick video on blood trail and do a show tonight.
Yep.
And then post it.
There you
It's
go.
possible, dude.
Oh.
I mean, the wind looks good for for
And if
Wednesday,
anyone
too.
Can find out because
Kinda
not
like
even
this
the
Sunday
police can
afternoon.
answer this for me.
Podcast better
Can
than
you
Wednesday.
open
Wednesday
carry
night's
a
always,
pistol
you know,
while
It's
hunting
like a pain in the ass, it seems like.
Boy, it's work
Please
day.
don't know
with
the
a bow.
answer.
With a bow, no.
with a
I
bow?
kinda like
No,
this
you're not
midday
supposed to
hunt.
carry. You're not supposed to carry a handgun when you're archery hunting.
I didn't kill
Okay.
a can.
That's good to know.
Yep.
But in general,
Yeah,
like
hand
gun
kill.
season,
I got it all.
Gun season, you can.
you can open carry
In early
like
season.
For hunting. Yep. If you're,
Okay.
if you're actively hunting.
that's good to know because the police never know that answer.
Yep. You can carry a pistol and you can carry a long gun.
Okay.
So
Well, I'll
What's
have to
that for?
stop.
he's asking a couple pistol questions. You can carry a pistol and a long gun
It's
while you're
about open carrying because my revolvers, I don't have a concealed carry for my revolvers.
Yeah, I have to show you the
No.
nice case I got for mine.
Oh hell yeah!
It's like a shoulder.
Yeah,
It's right front mount.
I got
So it's
cowboy
right there.
holsters for all
Well,
my
cowboy
revolvers.
works, but I like that chest holster because if you're in a stand, dude, all you do is this.
Right. Very little movement.
All right,
Yeah.
end this stream.
All right, we gotta end it.
Alright.
Catch you guys all next time down
Shoot
here.
straight, kill
Cheers.
clean.
Yep. See ya.
Fuck.
And this.